Hey everybody, it is your girl Shadonna Mo McFall, the Mo You Know, and we are back for another episode of the Mo You Know Live. And guys, look who it is. I don't know if you guys remember my very first episode, my first show. My guest was Latesha Isbell Howard, and she's back. We're going to catch you guys up on what's been happening over these 8, 9 months. You know how much we've got accomplished, what we got coming up, and just life during this pandemic, the good, the bad, the ugly. But welcome, Latesha.
Listen, you said it when you said the good, the bad, and the ugly, because we done had a little bit of all that, huh?
Yeah, but we still here. When we first met, we were like, we in it for the long haul. We already knew going into it, it wasn't going to be pretty.
That's right. It is what it is. So yes, we still here.
Absolutely. So, how has everything been going? What is new with you?
What's not new? Man, we have had a lot going on. So, for those of you that didn't catch the first live, my name is Latesha Isbell Howard, also known as the Savvy Diva. And my business is focused on helping entrepreneurs to get to the money, right? So I help my clients to build business credit under their EIN that's not tied to their social security number. I help them obtain funding to grow their business, to start their business, to invest in real estate. I'm the money lady. So whatever you need as it relates to your finances, that's what I'm here to help you with. So, what have I had going on? I am so excited to be able to share about our Entrepreneurship Academy. And we have one of our fearless instructors right here with us right now. Miss Mo McFall will be teaching a couple of sessions in the Finesse Your Fear Entrepreneurship Academy. And really, the whole thought behind this academy was I deal with a lot of clients that they want to get funding, and as we start to really dig into where their business is, we find out some things hadn't been set up properly. Maybe they haven't been tracking their expenses properly. So that's caused them some issues with their taxes, all kinds of stuff. And it all stems back to just kind of lack of knowledge about, we don't know what we don't know about how to run our businesses effectively. And so we just kind of figure it out as we go, right? So the whole idea was to be able to bring in all of these different experts to be able to help people in every aspect of their business, everything from having the right business mindset, to think like an entrepreneur instead of an employee, to really learn how to market their business, how to set up their business properly, what are the different options they have for funding. And really, at each stage of their business, they're going to encounter new challenges, right? So once you get to a point to where you're ready to grow, how do you hire people and onboard them properly? There's a lot to running a business, and really, this academy is designed to be able to give people a blueprint so they can really take a little bit more control to get things back on track.
Absolutely. So, yes, I am so excited to be one of the instructors because I'm scared. So, I remember when we first had the conversation about doing this. She was like, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "Latesha, I'm scared, but you know what? We talked through the whole naming of the academy. But you know what? You got to do it scared sometimes.
That's right.
You got to
Yeah,
do it scared most of the time because what we know is there's somebody out there that know what we don't know.
that's right. Yeah,
Somebody out there that can figure it out. And I think it was Allison Bird who said people are losing sleep over things that you can do in your sleep.
right. Man, that's powerful.
Yeah, so it's just like, okay, guys, we just have to ask, have to listen, have to ask, and have to take the wise counsel, have to take the advice of the people that know what they're doing. Because sometimes, and I've seen it in the military, I've seen it at work, I've seen it with entrepreneurs. You will have somebody giving folks the right information and they still want to do it their way. All right, bro, that ain't gonna work out good. I don't let me know how that work out for you. Like just listen to the people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So what's really funny is, this project, this initiative really was not like my idea. This was, even though I knew there was a need for it, you know how limited time is, and to be able to find the time to do this, I have been putting it off and putting it. I was just like, I ain't got time for that. Let me focus on getting on the money
Yeah.
and stay in my lane, right? But I can tell you, this has been and I'll just say, that this was God's plan, not mine, because he dropped this in my spirit a year ago. And like I said, I just didn't have time to tackle it, really just trying to grow my business. And this was just something outside of what I wanted to be able to offer in my business. But when I tell you, when that assignment is placed on you, you can't sleep. Like when I tell you, I would have ideas at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I ain't got time to do this. But I had to get it done. And so it just kept nagging at me and nagging at me. And more people kept saying, I need this, I need this, I need that. And I'm like, okay, I just need to go ahead and do it, but I can't do it by myself. So that's where I started tapping folks on the shoulder like yourself. And what we ended up with was something so amazing to see a dozen women who look like me being able to really share what we know and share our talents with the world, and to be able to help people who look like us, because we're really focusing on minority female entrepreneurs. We're underrepresented. We don't have the same resources that others have to be successful in business. So it was very personal to me to be able to do this for folks who look like us, and to have a roster of instructors that, when y'all look at these credentials, I'm telling you, Google these ladies. They are some heavy hitters, and they are going to bring so much value to the students in the academy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You say God dropped this in your spirit a year ago. And I will say a year ago, when I made my list of things that I wanted to do, I said I wanted to do a PR class over at the community college, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I know you saw my post today where I met with the president of the community college, and actually had a short meeting in his office, and we didn't have a chance to get into everything. But I'm like, you know what? I called this a year ago.
Yep.
I called this a year ago. So sometimes we got to give ourselves that time to make it happen, to manifest the things that we wanted to do. Because sometimes we want it right here, right here, right here, right here, right now, right now, right now. It don't happen like that.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer of giving things time. And like you said, when it's God's time, and you're not going to have all of these issues, it's going to work just as smooth. He's going to be like, I ain't even knock on that door, but thank you for letting me in.
You are absolutely right. And you and I have been behind the scenes planning this together. And, as we started going through the list of topics that we needed to cover in the academy, what are the different courses that really are foundational that everybody's going to need? And the next thing you know, we have bonus courses that really we felt like were going to be important. So, for example, one of the ones you're teaching around relationships and sponsorships. How can you really do what you were doing today, sitting in someone's office, having a conversation? Now that develops into a relationship. And guess what? Those are the people that are going to be there to support you when you have a need, right? So all of that is just stuff that people don't think about until, the need is there. And it's like, okay, I need this, but I don't have any relationships to help me get it. So all of that kind of ties together into, being successful, running your business, scaling your business, and really not leaving anything on the table, because there's so much more out there for us other than just, the daily grind trying to fill your appointment book. There's so much more out there.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head when you said relationships. Because even today, I went back. I've been out of the military for about 5 years now. I went back to that community college. I knew that was a part of my plan. And I just retraced my steps. So everybody that I talked to, all the seeds that I had planted, just went back and just put a little bit of water on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You plant seeds, you gotta re-engage, re-water, put some fertilizer on it, do the things that it takes to get that seed to grow, because it's not
Okay.
going to happen overnight. But when you remember and the people remember, yeah, you said you was going to do that. You
Mhm.
said you was going to do that. Now it is all in timing. Like I said, relationships and timing is everything.
Absolutely. And it's funny, one of my friends, she gave me this message about attracting, not chasing. So you think about how we're getting out there, we're grinding, we're doing all of the things, trying to make it happen in our business. But if we are, doing what we need to do to nurture those relationships, you're attracting people to come to you versus you having to go every day hunt and kill what you have to eat, right? So
Yeah.
that I think is just, it's the difference between being able to, really work harder, work smarter instead of harder. We work hard every day. We could be working a whole lot smarter than we are.
Girl, now that's a word. Because I'm like, okay, Mo. Because, I love, I'm the mogul, the mobile marketing mogul. So I love, you always hear people, like, you know me, you always hear me talk about these streets. So I love, love, love to be in the streets, because after doing, like I said, 20 years, I cannot be behind a desk for eight, not, that's just, I can't be home 8, 9 hours. I can't be behind a desk 8, 9 hours. It's just, I can, I don't want to say I can't do it, but I would rather be out there shaking hands, kissing babies, and making and nourishing those relationships. It's not that, some people are like, oh, you're not happy if you can't sit home. No, there's no money here.
That's
Ain't no
right.
money. It's like, okay, money is in the streets. And
Right.
you can, like I said, you can fill the appointment book and do all of the things. But now that I am one of those people who love the network and I feed off of people, yeah, we can do, I'm Zoom, I'm StreamYard. We're still, because you're in Atlanta, I'm in Fayetteville. But if COVID wanted to be in here, girl, hey, Latesha, 6.5, I'll see you, or let's meet in Columbia, something. But we gotta do what we gotta do. But
Yeah.
things happen much easier when you are face to face with somebody. You can look that person in the eyes and they can see that you're serious.
Yes, absolutely.
And when it's in alignment with what they want to do, because you have to, their goals and your goals have to align. You can't you can ask anybody anything you want, but if that's not in their plan, the answer is going to be no. You're
Yeah.
not going to, nowadays, people are not going to be distracted or derailed just to help you when they got their own goals and dreams. If it's in alignment, heck yeah. If it's not at this time. Or
Hmm.
sometimes it's a hard no. And
Yep.
I'm okay with a hard no. But most of the time, you got to do a little bit of research and find those people who are doing similar things as you, that can be in alignment with what you're doing, that missing piece to your puzzle. And
Absolutely.
and where you're the missing piece to their puzzle.
Hmm.
And so that's the key, finding those pieces where you can just fit in easy, where it's not, you're not creating a whole nother wheel, a whole nother puzzle. Hey, I'm just gonna put myself right here and we're good.
Hmm. Absolutely.
So I am so excited for you and all. I know some of the instructors. So how did you what is about think about how many instructors is it?
It's a total of 12 of us, including myself.
12? Because I was trying to count the graphics. Like, okay.
12 including us. Yes.
So how did you what was the process like to say, okay, well, this is the person I want for this is the person I want for that, this is the person, this is the best of the best for this? So what was that selection process like for you?
So the first thing that I did was I thought through what is it that we want to accomplish in each one of those sessions, right? And so thinking about, okay, for example, um, one of the bonus sessions is e-commerce, right? So who do I know in my network that is really killing it in the e-commerce space? Well, our instructor for that, Stacy Quinn, she has already hit $250,000 in sales in her boutique, and she's less than a year into her launch. That's
Mm.
somebody who has figured out how to be successful in e-commerce. So these are, most of them are just people that I'm either connected. We met at a conference. We met at a real estate investing conference about 3 years ago, I think. This was either 18 or 19. I can't remember. But we just maintained communication since then. We're connected on social media, and we vibe, right? So it was very important to me that these were people that kind of had that same energy that I have. It's not going to be, egos. You know how it is when you get a bunch of women together. we really needed to have, synergy and harmony. At the end of the day, when we're working together towards this common goal, it was going to be important for us to be uplifting each other, not trying to compete, right? So that was really important to me. I needed people who had the same type of energy that I have, and really genuinely want to help people, right? This is such an impactful opportunity that we have, and it can't be about us. Listen, that's the reason why I'm doing this. This ain't about me. This wasn't even what was in my business plan. I wasn't planning to do this, right? So it's bigger than us. And I think that all of the ladies that we have involved in this initiative understand that, and they're really being focused on what's going to be most important for the students to walk away with, and can we bring an experience that's going to exceed their expectations and set them up for success.
Absolutely. And you are so right when you say it is not about us. It's like, okay, guys, I think it was Richard Branson that said, if you help enough people get what they want,
you'll get what you want. Yep.
And I live by that. It's like, okay, Mo, and because everybody knows I want to be Oprah. Somebody was like, Mo, why don't you just be Mo? I'm like, because Oprah is rich. Oprah has billions. But yeah, it's just like, I help people get the visibility that they want. Get into the magazines, the newspapers, the radio, all the things that they want to make sure that they're seen, their businesses are seen and they're found. So that's what they want. And with me helping people do that, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to my Oprah dream every day.
Yep.
So it is so important. Like I said, we take the egos out. I know I was telling this whole week, I've been having meetings, and I believe our biggest problem a lot of times is the pride and ego. If we can get rid of our pride, not get rid of it, but tone down our pride, tone down our egos, and work together to know there is enough for all of us. There's enough clients, there's enough money. Navy Fed ain't gonna run out of money. USA ain't gonna run out of money. None of these people are going to run. The Savvy Diva Enterprises ain't gonna run out of money. There is enough money. So I don't understand. Like, okay, once you get yourself in position, you can go to anything and do anything you need to do because the money is there. So everybody's like, oh, there's no money for us. No, you're just in position to get it. These people have requirements that you are failing to meet. Once you meet those requirements, they'll open the door for you.
Listen,
but you got to do that little bit of work. Make sure if they say you need to have this, then you got to have that.
Yeah,
because they have requirements.
When we talk about, it's bigger than us, and we need to really be thinking beyond our egos, right? You got to put that in the back seat for a minute. At the end of the day, once you get to a certain point where, you have either achieved a certain amount of success, or you have acquired the knowledge that other people are seeking, what they need, send the elevator back down. Like it does not take anything away from you to be able to help somebody to continue to grow. I can tell you this, I help mentor a lot of people that end up becoming my competitors. That's okay. Because like you said, it's enough out here for all of us to eat. But what I have learned is in blessing somebody else, I get quadruple those blessings right back. So it's okay with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to me, I don't say I don't believe in competition, because I know there's competition. You always have choices. Anytime you get to me or you,
Mhm.
there's always a choice to be made. But I know the right people, the people that are for you, that's supposed to be with you, they're gonna be with you. And if folks leave and do something else, it may or may not have things to do with you or them. It's just okay. The time is up. And it's time to elevate. You know, you've done took people to as far as they can go. Now it's time for them to go to the next level. And every time I see people elevate, because that's what it's all about. Especially when you're mentoring people, you want them to be where they want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so what's funny, we talk about competition and all of that. I had one of my friends the other day who she offers financial services in her business too. And so she's at a point to where she wants to rebrand her business. And she asked me, she said, I know you use the word savvy in the name of your business, but I'm at this point, I need to rebrand, and I really was thinking about a name that has that same word in it, and I just wanted to make sure it was okay with you. I don't want you to feel like I'm poaching off of your brand and all of that. And I was like, girl, do you
Right.
you might have to worry about that with somebody else, but not me, because again, what's for me is for me, right? And so what's for you is for you. I don't care, use it, do what you do, but dang, but one savvy diva.
Right. I know that's right, because that is, our personalities, our attitudes, our knowledge. You can't duplicate that.
That's right.
When you put all of that together, and it was like, you are your secret sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And people want to work with people that have the right attitudes, that have the right mindset. We can read the same book, take the same course every day, but the one thing that's going to set us apart is our mindsets and our attitude.
That's right.
So yeah, do you, like I said, when people be like, oh, they take pictures, they do press releases, they do this and do that, great. You ain't the mo. You
That's
ain't the
right.
you ain't the mo, baby. And what's really funny is doing all of this stuff, and now we're my son, my 8-year-old. He got me on TikTok and doing all. Girl, I'm doing reels. I know you started on TikTok, girl. It was
And
just
gave
like,
up. I was like, I ain't got the creativity for all this stuff.
girl, I can do just enough. So I know how to put some pictures in and make some effects, put some music on it, and I can make a basic slideshow, and it look good to me. Now I don't know how to do all of the videos and the dances and all that, but that ain't me. That's,
Yeah.
maybe one day I have some times and somebody can teach me. But I'm like, okay, I did enough. I did what I knew to do.
So
And
what's
then when it's
funny
time
is,
to elevate, there's people out there that can teach you how to do all the things, but you got to do what you know.
so I am a teacher at heart. That's just me. That's my style. So, I was doing my little TikTok thing, and then my husband was following me. He was like, yeah, your stuff boring. Like, don't nobody want to.
You ain't play.
You can't come on TikTok teaching. You can't do that. They come to be entertained on TikTok. And I was like, well, I don't know how to take what I know and make that, all goofy for TikTok. That's just not my thing. So I was just like, I ain't got time for all that. Let me go back to making this course.
Girl, he told you your stuff was Lord. But you know what? Sometimes it take those people who are honest and to tell you the truth, tell you what the other people, girl, yeah, that's good. Because some people don't want to hurt, want to hurt our feelings, but so was your feelings hurt with these? Because I'm like, because I know
Because I was like,
my
good,
son
because
be saying his little stuff, and my feelings be like, boy, I will knock you out.
girl, my feelings wasn't hurt at all because I didn't want to do it no way. It was just something I was
Okay.
just like, I feel like I need to be getting over into that space, but I just hadn't quite figured out how to what the secret sauce is, like, because I do want to educate. Like, there's a way to do it, but you got to make it fun, and I'm just like, that's just too much energy for me to be trying to figure all that out. I might come back to it at some point in time, but right now I got too much other stuff.
Right. And like I said, if I had some, and I know if I have, when I decide to make that time, because if I learn tics, because it's fun, I ain't gonna tell no story. I be on there like just laughing at folks. I don't know if you been on there's this one guy, he's a comedian. It's like is a dad and the kid, I think it's Derek. The kid's name is Derek. People put the big head on it and start reenacting the joke. That is, I can watch those videos
I think he
all
watches those
day.
too. Yeah, because he'll usually come in here laughing, talking about, hey, look at this. I know what you're talking about.
That is hilarious. And then when they be doing all of the moving real fast with the big head, it
Yeah.
is hilarious.
I'm just not that entertaining like that.
Me, like I said, my entertainment just comes from my quirky personality. Like, I watch something like I could take a joke from TV and just run with it, or take a song and do. But yeah, I'm not and I am a creative. I'm just not that creative when it comes to the new generation creation.
Yeah, it's too much for me. Oh,
And that's the thing. When we know who we are, and we can find the people that's attracted to who they want old school. Because there's some people out there with Mo, can you do this? Nah, that ain't me. That's somebody else's lane. This is what I do. If this is what you need, let's roll. If it
listen, that's why I live on Facebook. I mean, even Instagram. I still struggle with Instagram. So yeah.
yeah. But they say all you gotta do, I don't know who they is, but they say all you gotta do is really master one. If your
Mhm.
people are on Facebook, master Facebook, live there, do the business on Facebook.
Yeah,
And I think that's
that's
a
where
lot
it's
of
happening for me.
times some people try to do everywhere and do everything, and you're not getting enough. We're spreading ourselves too thin trying to do all of the things. No, just do the one thing, master it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can try something else. But to be trying to do all the things and you can't do none of the things, I'm just like, woo, child.
Yeah.
Because I know Facebook is still I can do, like I said, I can maneuver on all of them, but Facebook is definitely still my jam.
Same here.
Girl, was you on MySpace when they had it?
I might have created a MySpace girl. That no, not for real. I probably had a profile.
So Facebook was your first major
Really?
platform.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because I
I
remember,
tried been
because I
on
didn't want to leave
Facebook about
MySpace.
11, 12 years, something like that.
What was Facebook? I want to say 2006 or 2000. I think 2008 was when I finally 2008 is when I finally came to Facebook, and I didn't want to leave MySpace. I
Really?
really didn't. I was at girl. I fought it. I fought the Facebook powers that be so hard, because back then when I was in Korea, we had MySpace and Yahoo Messenger, and that's where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I cannot believe our time is up already.
Yeah. Listen, it flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely. So I know I have the Finesse Your Fear scrolling across the screen, but how else can people, if they want to talk to you about, they were like, okay, I done heard that she did the money lady. How can they get on your appointment books to get to the money?
If you go to thesavvydiva.com, and I don't know if I can type that in where you can pop it up.
Yeah, I can hold 1 second. Yes, honey. Like I said, I can do a little bit on the thing.
Yep, thesavvydiva.com. And if you click on whatever service you're interested in, you may have to go ahead and populate some information or click the contact us button at the bottom of the website, and that'll get a message to me.
Okay, well, let me finish putting the Savvy Diva in. Now it wants to go big. Here we go. Because
Classes
I tell
start
people,
for the academy on Monday, so you still have time to register. So if you go to finesseyourfear.com, you'll see all the information about the class. But again, it starts on Monday.
Okay. I just want to make sure people, because I had that scrolling, but I wanted the people like, okay, well, I just need this. I'm a person that want people to know their options.
Well, listen, if you go to the Savvy Diva, you're going to see something about Finesse Your Fear anyway. So it's all good. Either all paths
Absolutely.
lead.
And
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna see all over the internet. Cause listen, they say Google me.
Hey.
Y'all, I ain't never gonna. I tell this story every time we talk. Our first conversation, you was like, "Well, Mo, do you have receipts?" And I was honest. I'm like, "No, I got stuff that I did," and but you still rock with me. So shout out to you for believing in me, girl.
And you came through. We got a whole receipt book now, right?
Girl, absolutely, and it's more to come. Like I said, with 2020, I don't want to dwell on what was the ugliness of 2020. We're past that. We're looking forward. Everything's opening back up. People are saying, okay, now people are really starting to reach out. Now, we talked the other week. Now, they're looking for people to partner with, to collaborate with, to donate to do all of the things. So they have to be able to find us. As business owners, we have to be able to be out there doing enough for people to find us. Like we said earlier, we don't always want to be on the hunt.
That's right.
We want the hunt. We want to be called. We want people to be hunting us down. Like, hey, Mo, can I get on you? And it's not. It's going. It's like, okay, now I'm getting the calls, the emails, the inboxes. Hey, Mo, yeah, baby, let's go. What time? So
Yep.
it took a little while to get there, but now we're there and we're just trucking along. So I'm happy, blessed, all of the things.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention that in addition to, signing up as a student for Finesse Your Fear, if anybody wants to sponsor a student into the academy, we have a sponsorship option as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, reach out to me via my website. Be glad to share that information with you so that we can get your business some visibility as well. Because she makes it happen, right? We'll feature you on our website. You'll be featured in the upcoming press release where we're going to be talking about the sponsors for the academy. You will be on all of our social media pages, as well as in the student workbook. And we'll also do an email blast to the students during the course as well to feature your business. So you get a ton of visibility through that sponsorship option as well.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I just cannot I can wait. That's where we start. When we can't wait, and when that's where we start getting anxious, that's when the problems come in. Like, okay, well, I will be glad when we see, the first cohort, all of the impact and all of the results. It's going to be an amazing, amazing academy. So I am so happy for you and my fellow instructors, because we're going to change some lives. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Yep. And then I can say, all right, guy, I did what you set me out to do.
Yeah.
Let me get some sleep now.
Yeah. It's so funny. I was thinking, every day, I'm like, God, can you help me? And girl, I just heard him say, "Girl, shut up and just go do it." I don't put you in. You done met everybody you say you wanted to meet. You done did everything you say. If Fayetteville is not, Fayetteville is small, so I done met all the powers that be in Fayetteville. So it's like, okay, what more do you want? Like, I done put them in your path. You done talk to them. Now the ball's back in your court. So that's where I tell folks, the ball is in your court.
Absolutely.
It's up to you to serve it back.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So give them your social one more time.
Sure. On Facebook, my business page is Savvy Diva Enterprises. On Instagram, it's the_savvy_diva. I have a YouTube page as well, but if you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll probably see a lot of the same content. So I just try to link everything back to YouTube. But yeah, follow me.
Absolutely. And Google her.
Google me,
Because they
baby.
say, because everybody ain't on Facebook, Instagram, but everybody's on Google.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody's on the internet. So if you're not on Google and people can't Google you, or if they Google you and somebody else's name come up, if you're not the number one you that has your name, call me, because we need to change that.
That's
We
right.
definitely need to change that. And we'll be talking a little bit more about that in the academy. But Latesha, I just want to thank you because I know I know you carved this time out for me. So I appreciate that.
Of course, you'll be paying that favor back because I will have you on my lives as well. So we get ready to talk you up for your sessions that you're going to be teaching. So we'll have some more time to dig into you and what you're going to be bringing to the academy at that time.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you're catching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Share this if you're watching live. Share this if you're watching the replay. But once again, y'all, thank y'all for watching. I'm going to continue to keep bringing my powerful friends that know more than me about certain topics. Like I said, she knows about the money, and everybody, you gotta have the income. No matter what you're doing in this world, you gotta have the income. So let's make the decision that we're going to get our money right. We're going to get our credit fixed. We're going to do all of the things that we need to do to meet those requirements that life is throwing at us. So, Latesha, thank you again, everybody that's watching. Thank you for watching, supporting, liking, sharing, doing all of the things. I appreciate you all more than you know. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, Mo.
Bye.